The next thing I really wanted to talk about here was something else happened at Dreamhack. I don't have the results for all the other events. I'm not too worried about that right now. But something else happened at Dreamhack that I really want to talk about. Yeah, and Japan's not even bad at Street Fighter. Japan's amazing at Street Fighter V right now. I don't know what people are thinking about that. So, but let's talk about this. And if you guys are just tuning in, you're wondering what the hell is going on. Why am I here by myself? Where's everybody else? The Steves are doing work for E-League. I believe they're traveling to Atlanta right now, or at least they have to pack. David has a lot of work to do between Dreamhack Austin and Texas Showdown. He wasn't able to make it here because he's a lot of work to catch up on. So here I am. It is the SoloChen show. It is not the UltraChenTV show. It is just the SoloChenTV show today. So, let's talk about... I'm glad Spike noticed the sad Dan hand right here. But let's talk a little about playing right. Because this came up, right? And you know what? All four of us agree on this. There's no question about this. And I'm sure most people agree on this. But I just want to say this. So Hungrybox won Dreamhack Austin. And the way he did it was playing Jigglypuff, as he normally likes to do. But the thing about it is a lot of people hate the way that he plays Jigglypuff because he's turtly, he's boring, he runs away, he timer scams, he does all this other stuff and everything. And literally someone wrote an article, which was more like a blog post, like completely yelling at him. And then Hungrybox also posted up some DMs that he got, some messages, some tweets and things like that. People telling him that he's ruining the game, that he should die or whatever like that. I don't think anyone said that he should die. But still, like, it's crazy. Here, let me see if I can find that tweet, actually. I want to see if I can find this here. Hungrybox here. Yeah, here we go. Liquid Hbox. Let's see if I have these tweets from him over here. Someone said to him, just watch the highlights for Austin. Can you just not be such a effing slur? Dude, you know what? Fuck this. Can you just not be such a fucking poofter shithead running out the clock because you can't avoid being wobbled by ice climbers on fucking Stadium as Puff in Game 5 of Grand Finals? You are the fucking reason why people don't want to watch this shit, right? Someone else said to him, seriously, that was some fucking lame-ass shit. And then the last one is, at being the biggest, this slur I will not say, to ever hold a controller. Honestly, you are a fat fuck. And insults to his, you know, friends and family, you know, all these other things. Like, these are what people are saying to Hungrybox. And someone wrote this big old article that are, like, yelling at him and everything like that. And it's just like, come on, guys. Like, okay, look. I'm just going to say this right now, okay? This is my #1 statement on this whole thing. So, to summarize again, people think he's ruining the sanctity of Melee by playing slow, by playing boring, by playing whatever, etc., etc., etc. If a player, and this is my statement on this, if there is a player who can win by using a method that you think is antithetical to the game, that is not the fault of the player, that is the fault of the game, okay? That is all you need to know. That is all you need to know. It is not the fault of the player, it is a fault of the game. It's in the game, someone is taking advantage of it. That's the problem right there. If you think hockey is slow, if someone is playing the game slow, the fault is not with the players that are playing slow, it's a fault with the rules of the game. They took away a couple of the blue lines or the red lines from hockey or whatever, it sped the game up. When that one basketball player, I think it was Oscar Roberts or somebody, it was one of the players, was just started to turtle in the middle and block all the shots and stuff like that. That wasn't the fault of him for trying to ruin the game of basketball. When before there was a shot clock, that wasn't the fault of the players that just kept passing it around. That was a fault of the game. So you have to change the rules of the game if you don't like that result. If there's no way to change the rules and you can't ban Jigglypuff, then that's too bad. Then he's playing the game right and he's winning the way that he's supposed to win. You cannot get mad at players for taking advantage of a game the way the game is made. That's just how it works. So, if you think the way he plays is boring, then try to come up with a rule that would nerf that, right? And if you can't, you can't. The hardest part is that the game, Smash Brothers Melee, is such a game where already the players have had so much control over it that they can tweak the rules how they want, right? So, as a result, they just think that they can make the game play how they want it to. The joy of a game, the joy of any competitive game, is being able to take advantage of the game in ways that it might not necessarily be meant to be taken advantage of. When Shaq was super dominant, it was because he just happened to be this 7-foot monstrosity who was super fast and super strong. And they tried to change the rules, right? They used to, and then he had bad free throws, so they started hacking Shaq. So they had to put in rules to go anti-hack Shaq. You can't get mad at Greg Popovich for hacking Shaq. That's just part of the game, right? When LeBron James in the game, and he just happens to be the biggest, giant, most fastest human specimen, human anomaly ever, he's gonna dunk over everybody. That's just what you have to deal with, right? That's like, you don't yell at LeBron for being a freak of human nature. You're just like, well, he's the best, and that's the way it goes. So the thing that I want to say is there's no such thing as playing a game right except for playing it to win in a competitive environment. If you're playing with your friends and you're playing at home and you guys want to ban Jigglypuff because she's boring, more power to you. But you cannot get mad at a player like Hungrybox for playing the character a way that is perfectly legal in the game and that wins, and that is a successful strategy. I'm sorry. If you are ever upset at the way that a character can be played in a fighting game, you blame the game. You do not blame the human. It is never the person's fault. They are just taking advantage of what they are allowed to do. So that is all I want to say on that. That is my standpoint on that. That's all I want to say on that situation. So if you're going to sit there and yell at people for playing lame or whatever like that, the answer really is just get good, right? I mean, that's just the way it is, or figure out a way to change the game. And if you can't change the game, then you just learn to live with it. And if you think it sucks, and all of a sudden there are 900 Jigglypuffs turtling everybody and winning every Smash Melee tournament, maybe it's time to stop playing Melee. However, it's not happening. Hungrybox is the only Jigglypuff that seems to be winning, right? So it's not broken. It's not like a problem. It's just there's this one guy who's super good at it, and you should congratulate him for being able to play that way, for being able to have amazing footsies, for being able to have amazing spacing, for being such a strong player and a patient enough of a player to be able to achieve the success that he has with that character, with that style. That is why he is personally probably my favorite Smash player, because I love watching him play. It's why I was so ecstatic when he won EVO. I love watching him play. I think it's awesome, and I think he brings something to the game that's so different than everybody else. So there you go. Yeah, and that's footsies. He plays footsies in Smash with Jigglypuff extremely well. Like, don't even laugh about that. He 100% is playing amazing footsies in Smash. So okay. That was my rant on that. Again, today is going to be a short episode because no one was able to make it. Everyone was busy. I'm the only one here. So I'm just going to go through these last couple of topics. They're not even going to be much longer. But then after this episode is done, so I'll probably finish probably about like 8:45 or maybe even like 8:50 or whatever like that. And then I'll probably switch over to playing a little bit more of the Guilty Gear Rev 2 demo on twitch.tv/jchensor. I'll host that there, so, you know, if you guys just want to come and hang out with me, ask questions while I test out, answer, and, like, check out some of the changes and stuff like that. And you can see the demo, so you can see why Guilty Gear Rev 2, you should not, like, if you have PlayStation Plus and you haven't downloaded it right now, you are making a mistake. And you know what? I'm already talking about this topic. That's basically what I wanted to say. I just got a chance to try it. The Rev 2 demo is out for all PlayStation Plus subscribers. It is free for PlayStation Plus subscribers. It has all the characters in it. Has training mode in it. The only thing it doesn't have is online. It's like a full game. You basically can get the game for free. Like the full game for free. It will go away once the real game drops. But, like, if you have PlayStation Plus and especially if you're watching this show right now, if you're watching this show and you like fighting games enough to watch our show, and you have PlayStation Plus and you don't have Guilty Gear Rev 2, you are fucking up, okay? I'm just going to say it since I've been swearing already. So you are totally messing up. Like, go and grab this game. And if you want to watch me mess with the demo a little bit later on, I'll show you guys who are not familiar with the game why the game is so fantastic so far. But it is free right now. I know some people haven't been able to find it on the PlayStation 4 store by searching. A lot of people have tweeted the link. The best way to get it right now is to find those links that people have tweeted, find it on the web page, and then click download to PS4 on the web page after you purchase it and add it to your cart and stuff like that. So that's the best way to get it right now. I don't know if you can find it on the store right now, but you definitely need to get your hands on this game because there's just a lot of it's like the whole game. You just basically have the whole game. And like I said, it will go away once the actual thing drops. So if you enjoy it and you're like, oh man, I really want to keep playing it, then buy the game. And of course, there's a lot of great deals right now on Steam and on PlayStation 4 that you can buy Rev 1 right now for cheap, and the upgrade will only be for $20, I believe they revealed. I think they actually gave the price. So the full product is $40. The upgrade is $20. So if you have Rev 1, you can upgrade to Rev 2 for $20. $20. Did I do that right? Yes, $20. And so, if you can find it for less than $20, if you can find Rev 1 for less than $20 right now, you could buy that game, upgrade to Rev 2 for less than the full price of Rev 2. So there you go. And Eli Hendricks in the stream chat right now just put a link to the demo. So definitely get it. If you don't like Guilty Gear, if you just legit just don't like Guilty Gear, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to download the demo. GTO Akira is absolutely right. I'm not going to force you if it is something that you have tried before. But my comment is more towards if you have never tried Guilty Gear, if you have preconceived notions about Guilty Gear without ever having touched the game, you owe it to yourself to download the demo and try it out. And just get yourself an actual first-hand experienced opinion on whether or not you enjoy the game. The tutorials are all in the game. The training is all in the game. All the mission stuff is all in this demo. So there's a lot of stuff to explore even on this demo. So if you haven't actually given it a shot and you're just playing this game, you don't play the game because, ew, it's anime. I have no idea what's going on when I watch it. Give it a shot. Try it out. See how it looks. See how it looks and play it and have fun. There was one more thing I wanted to say about it, although maybe it was just how to get it and stuff like that. I think that's all I really wanted to say about it. But I have messed with Biken. I messed with Biken right before I started this show. God, it felt so good to be able to use her again. Like, every time I get back to the characters that I'm really familiar with, it just feels so awesome to use those characters. It just makes me happy, dude. It just makes me super happy. In any case, that's the Guilty Gear Rev 2 demo. The last thing that I really wanted to talk about today, I'm not actually going to go to break, but I'm going to switch over to the break slides over here. Texas Showdown is coming up this weekend. This is going to be taking place in Houston, Texas. So David and I will be flying back to Texas. We just came from there from Austin, but we're going to be going back to Houston this time. And we are going to be participating at Texas Showdown. We are going to be doing commentary there for those guys. Again, Texas Showdown was one of the greatest tournaments in the country at one point in time. It was EVO was the West Coast tournament. The North tournament, Midwest tournament was Midwest Championships, MWC. The East Coast tournament was ECC, East Coast Championships, and then Texas Showdown was in Texas. Once the dark ages of fighting games came out, Texas Showdown kind of fell off a little bit. It got put under the management of other people. There was a couple of really bad years for it. but the original TOs of the old Texas Showdowns, Javi and Chris Cho, have taken back over again. And the last couple of years, they have done a really, really good job of making this event really, really great again. And so if you guys have a chance, please check it out. It is going to be streamed on Level Up Live. It is a ranking event. It is also, if you guys go back to the slide here, if you see this, it is also part of the Red Bull. I mean, they're supported by the Red Bull Proving Grounds. It is a KR World Cup stop. It is also, what was the other slide? I think there was one more thing there. Okay, no. Yeah, so it is a ranking event of the Capcom Pro Tour. So you should definitely check that out. Also, there is, thanks to our man in the chat, GTO Akira, the Coliseum is in Europe this weekend as well. Let me see if I can get to this really quick. Let me see if I can get the stream information on this. There will be E-League this week. So in Rome, Italy is going to be the Coliseum event. I do not have the stream information here. Maybe somebody else can let me know where that is. But there's also going to be an event called Fighter Spirit in Asia. And I do not know the streams for those either. But E-League is also this weekend on Friday. So there's a lot of great things here. Texas Showdown is going to be starting on Friday. There's going to be a lot of fun games over there. As I mentioned, David and I will be there, so you definitely want to check that out. That is going to be on Level Up Live, twitch.tv/leveluplive. But Group C of E-League will be going on Friday, so you definitely want to check that out as well. And then, as I said, the Coliseum in Rome, Italy, and then Fighting Spirit in Asia. So there you go. So, according to Namyoung in the chat, the Fighting Spirit is going to be taking place in Incheon, Korea. The stream is on twitch.tv/team_spirit0. I don't know if there's going to be Vampire Savior at Texas Showdown, but I definitely want to see that. How do I feel about MVCI? I'm excited for it. I think the game looks really cool so far. I'm not even worried about the graphics at all. I know a lot of people are concerned about the graphics. Whatever. If the game gets fun, you don't care, right? It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. So, and Texas Showdown, according to Blue561, also is a part of the Curly Circuit, as well as part of the Burst League. The Curly Circuit, of course, is the UMVC League, UMVC3 League that is run largely by the UMVC players like Yipes and Persia and Bear UNLV and Kinder Party, etc., etc. Burst League is something that that Bear UNLV has also been running. That includes Guilty Gear and KOF to get like point. I believe it's KOF. In any case, there you go. That's the stuff that's happening this weekend. You definitely want to tune into all of that stuff. A lot of fun fighting game action coming up this weekend, but definitely check out Level Up Live for Texas Showdown because we'll be there. So I'm just being biased. It will be a Level Up Live production, so it'll be streamed on twitch.tv/leveluplive. Should be a lot of fun. I know, like Justin Wong, I know a lot of other players are going there, so there you go. You guys just tuned in. Yes, it is a Tuesday show light today. The Steves were not able to make it. David was not able to make it, so I was just kind of here doing my own rants by myself. Everyone is busy today, but I wanted to make sure we had a show today because earlier today, Sayjam and I at the ESL Studios Live mentioned that, you know, the Tuesday show is on today, so I just wanted to make sure if you came here from ESL that you would see the Tuesday show is definitely going up right now. So there you go. Yeah, the celebrity thing was last week. I didn't actually get to see that, but I think it was a foregone conclusion that Lupe was going to win. But man, am I jealous that Tasty Steve got to get put on Shaq's shoulders, dude. I was just like, man, dude, he got to like hang out with Shaq and coach Shaq and do all these things. I think that's like super, super cool. Super jealous of that. Super jealous of all the Echo Fox guys being able to meet Rick Fox and stuff like that. Man, dude, I'm in the AJ promised me some point in time. Hopefully I'll be able to meet Rick Fox, and I think that will be super, super cool. So, but yeah, again, this is just a short show. I don't really have anything else to talk about unless anybody in the chat has any questions. I'm willing to go along for another 15 minutes just to continue talking about things if you guys have any questions or anything like that. If not, I'll probably go ahead and end the stream. But like I said, before you guys go anywhere, don't go away just yet. I will probably switch over and mess with the answer on the Guilty Gear Rev demo on my personal Twitch, which is twitch.tv/jchensor. I might mess with answer just for like an hour or so. Then maybe go grab something to eat, and then maybe I might do some Zelda later on that as well. So I don't know. I do think Skullgirls is a super cool game, Eli Hendricks, and if you want to talk to me, use @jchensor because I'm staring at it from an @jchensor chat. So I may do some more Zelda later tonight. I don't know. But I like Skullgirls a lot. Unfortunately, I just never was able to dedicate a lot of time to it. I was never really able to get into it. I definitely have like some concerns about the game. I have some issues about the game. But to be fair, I have issues with every game. If you can show me a fighting game where I have no issues with it, then you will show me a fighting game that does not exist. Okay, so that's just the way it works. So, but again, on twitch.tv/jchensor, I'm going to mess with the answer for just a little bit, see what he's kind of about, and then, like I said, I'll probably do that for maybe like an hour or so just to see how he plays, see what he's capable of, just to get a small idea of him. Then I'll probably grab something to eat, and I may come back and either play some Breath of the Wild, or I might play some Puyo Puyo Tetris or something like that. I have been practicing 4 wides in Tetris for sure. So that's going to be interesting. So